Welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa, also known as Certified Winner, and as you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be trying on a whole bunch of super extra shoes from Zara. Now, if this is your first time ever seeing my face, it would mean a lot to me if you would click that subscribe button and hit that like button because it really helps out my channel. If this is not your first time seeing my face, welcome back. It's really nice to see you. So for those of you who don't know, Zara is a Spanish brand that specializes in fast fashion that comes straight off the runway. So Zara differs from brands like Fashion Nova and Shein because instead of going for very casual everyday looks or things that you see celebrities wear, they kind of go after what is fresh off the runway. So stuff that you would literally see on like fashion week runways, and they kind of take those ideas and put them into retail stores that you and I can actually access. If you've never seen a fashion show, I'm just gonna fill you guys in. The things that you see on the runway are things that you would probably never see in real life because things are very extra and very, very, well, yeah, that's pretty much the only way I can put it. When people say something looks really high fashion, it usually means it doesn't look like you can wear that out and about in real life. So I thought it would be a really fun idea to go online and buy the most extra shoes that I could find from their website. In total, I spent $462 Canadian on all of these shoes. So I think it goes to say that their shoes aren't exactly on the super affordable side, but they're definitely not extremely expensive either. I would say they're kind of the mid-ground. Whether or not the price point actually matches with the quality is another question, because a lot of the time fast fashion brands, the quality isn't quite there, which is why they're able to sell their stuff for such an affordable price. Either way, I think it goes without saying that this is not a sponsored video. I used my own money to buy these shoes, and without further ado, let's get into it. So I got two separate boxes from Zara and they both came really, really quickly and at the same time. I ordered it on like a Tuesday and it literally got to me on a Thursday midday. So I think it's safe to say if you order from them, if you live in Canada anyways, you're going to be getting it pretty quickly. So the first box they sent me is this smaller sized box. I realize now on camera it doesn't look super small, but it's about the size of two shoe boxes put together. So let's open this one and see what's in it. So as always, I'm going to give you guys the first look. So it'll open. All right, so as always, I'm going to give you guys the first look. What is it? Oh, you can't even see it. Okay, let's see which shoes these are. So they come in a little recyclable bag. Oh, okay. I know which ones these are. So I'm a little surprised that only one pair of shoes came in that box because I did order quite a few. So I guess all of the other shoes are going to have to be in the other box that they sent me, which is much larger of a box. So I'll give them that. So I got these bad boys because they really reminded me of Cinderella's glass slippers. Obviously they're not actually made of glass, but they're vinyl all the way down the shoe, and even the heel is vinyl and see-through, and it's a wedge, not just a stiletto. So I thought these would look super cool. To be honest, on the website, their actual product picture wasn't that intriguing, but the way they advertised it with this photo, come on. Like, how could you see that photo and not want to buy it? I got it in a size 37, which I think is equivalent to a size either 6.5 or 7 Canadian/American. And these shoes cost me $79.90 Canadian. So they're definitely not cheap, but I'm excited to try them on nonetheless. So let's get into it. Okay, so these are the first shoes tried on. I don't really know how much of a difference this V front here makes considering the shoe is see-through. I can see that if it were a colored material that you would really see this V and it would be really cute, but having it be clear is a little pointless unless it's for walking reasons, I guess, because it's not really a stretchy material. I apologize for the fact that it looks like my feet are being seriously squished in these. If anything, these fit perfectly size-wise, but the strap in the back kind of gets me. So on this side, it fits, I guess, but on this side, it keeps on coming out, And if I make it tighter, it's just way too tight on my heel, especially because these straps aren't stretchy. Like, they're made of the vinyl, so if I make them too tight and then I try to walk, it'll actually dig into the back of my heel and really start to hurt. So according to the website, these are transparent heeled wedges. They have a vinyl upper with V-shaped vamp, like I told you guys about. I don't know what a vamp is, but basically the top is V-shaped with a transparent, oh boy, should I even try to pronounce this? Methacrylate.
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 Methacrylate wedge heel. I don't know what that means, but I think it basically just means it is a transparent, hardy heel. It is a buckle closure ankle, and the heel height is about 4.2 inches, which is 10.7 centimeters, I think. So surprisingly enough, these are actually really comfortable. My only issue with these is that there is no padding on the ball of my foot. So right here, it's basically right to the ground. There is no padding, no extra platform in the front. It's just straight on the floor. So although I'm feeling pretty comfortable now, I can see these starting to really hurt within about an hour. My next question was also, what if your feet get super sweaty and gross and start to make the material look all foggy? And they actually have me covered for that because there's like little holes on the bottom. Can you guys see it? It's like right here. There's 2 holes, like 1, 2, and I think it's supposed to be to let the sweat on your foot out, but it's only on one side. Whoa, whoa, oh my goodness, okay. I have not worn heels in a long time. Oh, anyways, it's only on one side, so I don't know how convenient that actually is, but in terms of sturdiness, if I'm standing on both feet, it's pretty sturdy. I think I just have to get used to wearing heels again because it's been a really, really long time. So the next order I got from Zara was this massive box. It is basically the size of my entire torso. So I'm assuming all the rest of my shoes are going to be in this box, even though I'm not too sure because I ordered, I think, like 5 or 6 shoes total. And the last box looked like it would have contained 2 shoes, but it literally only contained 1 pair of shoes. So I don't know how they are going to manage to fit more of them in this specific shoe box, but let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, let's see. I don't know why I keep doing that, assuming that you guys are going to be able to see what's inside. So when I bought these shoes, I thought that they were going to ship to me using shoe boxes, kind of like when I did my Call It Spring haul. They kind of all came in individual boxes. But interestingly enough, Zara decided to send them kind of all in like shoe bags in one big box, which I think is really smart actually because it saves a lot of space. Like, you don't have to put as many cardboard boxes in, and you can just kind of still protect the shoe and keep them. Anyways, I just think it's a good idea. I can't really organize my thoughts right now. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Clearly I can't English. So the next shoe I'm trying on is going to be these, and they are super, super extra. As you can see, they have a massive platform in the front, a big chunky heel that is super high. How high is this heel? This is actually, it's not as high as I thought it was. It's a 5.3 inch heel, so a 13.5 centimeter heel. But I don't think wearing it is going to be very uncomfortable because of the platform. If the platform is this high, the heel is only like this high. I got these shoes in a size 37 and they cost me $49.90 Canadian. So let's try these ones on too. Alright, so this is the next shoe I have on. I kind of really like them. Is that crazy? Even though it was almost impossible to get up in these because I was sitting down to put them on, I think they're really, really cute. The only thing is this little clasp right here is really, really small. So getting this through it was really tricky. I think they definitely fit true to size. And just like I thought, it doesn't seem super high because the platform in the front is just so tall. So realistically, even though the website says that this heel is a 5.3 inch heel, so like a 13.5 centimeter heel, realistically the heel is like maybe 2 inches, potentially 3, just because of how high the platform is. So according to the website, these heels are a patent finish heel with 2 cross straps at the front. It comes with a buckle ankle strap closure, which I already talked about. So the interesting part though is that these are supposed to have something called Air Fit, which is a flexible technical sole made of latex foam designed to offer increased comfort. So if you're allergic to latex, these are not the shoes for you. But yeah, overall, I actually think they're pretty comfortable. I would be very afraid to walk on uneven surfaces with these shoes because, like, my ankle is bound to break. But if you know you're going to be walking, or I guess doing a lot of just standing around, they're not bad. All right, next shoe. So after doing my best to not break both my ankles in the previous pair of shoes, I have another pair of heels for you guys, but these ones, I can't even begin to describe how beautiful I think these are. And whoever took the product pictures for this specific shoe needs a raise because they were on point. Like, they made me want to buy these shoes. Ta-da! Here they are. Look how beautiful these are. They have vinyl on the side, and then on the inside they have like an open space. They have the contrast, I guess, outline of gold, and it's basically like a gold snakeskin shoe. I've also been super obsessed with pointed toes lately, so I don't even, like, I have no words to describe how beautiful I think these shoes are. I don't have any words today in general because for some reason I can't English today, but these shoes really take my breath away. Like, they are so nice. I also really like the branding on the back. Like, they have this 3D branding, and I don't think that was on the previous shoe. No, it was not. The previous shoe just has it etched in. These ones actually have like a 3D gold plate of it, which makes them just that much more extra and that much more beautiful. So as you can see, the reason I'm saying these shoes are super extra is because I don't know where I would wear these, but I want to wear them everywhere. Quality wise though, I think these ones are the lowest quality yet. The inside varnish, like the inside snakeskin part, is really pretty and shiny, but when you start to look at like places like here, you can see that there's like some chipping and some flaking of the gold plating, and you can also see it along the edges of the heel. Like, I haven't even worn these yet, and it kind of already looks a little worn out, which I'm not super happy with. Like, it almost looks like these shoes were pre-loved and returned, and then Zara gave them to me. So I'm feeling some type of way about that, especially since these are $70 shoes. So no, they're not as expensive as like Louboutins, but I would expect if I'm paying $70 for a pair of shoes, they could at least look new and not worn in. I don't know how I feel about this shoe now that it's actually on. Maybe it's just because I don't like the way that my skin looks super pressed up against the sides in these vinyl shoes. But also I think it's a little weird that all of the other shoes fit except for these ones. Like, my heel comes out of these ones really easily. You can even see because it's vinyl. Like, look at this extra space in the back right here. I would definitely have to size an extra half size down, which I already do when I wear shoes that are heels. So my normal shoe size is a 38, which is equivalent to a size 7. So I buy all of my shoes in like a 6.5, which is a 37, which is what I got these in. But they are still too big, so I can't walk in these anywhere. These are actually the most uncomfortable ones so far. I think it's just because the tip is extra pointy or something. But I can definitely feel the pressure on my toes a lot more. And just like with the completely vinyl like Cinderella shoes, there is no platform in the front. So that lack of platform means so much pressure and so little cushion, I guess, to comfort my feet when I'm walking. Like, I've only been wearing these for maybe 3 minutes, and I'm already pretty uncomfortable and already pretty over it. But I guess I'll read you guys the blurb from the website anyways. So according to the website, these also come in a matte black, which I did see, but I thought the gold snakeskin would be more extra, so I got it in the gold snakeskin. The heel height is 4.3 inches, so 11 centimeters. It has a pointed toe and stiletto heel. And it also comes with the Air Fit technology, same as the last ones, but these ones are a lot more uncomfortable than the last ones, so somebody's lying. So after showing you guys the last 2 pair of shoes, I feel like these ones don't look quite as extra / don't measure up as quite as extra, but they were the first shoe that I put in my cart thinking they looked pretty extra, and they are a pair of sandals. So I know you're probably looking at them and thinking there is nothing extra about these, and now that I'm even looking at them, I'm thinking the same thing, but these are actually super long wrap around fabrics that go like all the way up your calf, which is why I originally thought it looked pretty extra. And I just really like the pattern. Like I really like the daisies on the blue mesh fabric. Originally, I was wondering on the website why these cost $50, but now that I see the tag, it actually says it's real leather. So it's made from real high quality leather. So any creasing or irregularities are natural features of leather, which makes each piece unique. I don't know where the leather part comes in, to be honest, because this is, like, this part is not leather. This part is just like a hard, not plastic, but like plastic. So I guess the only actual leather parts are like these tiny straps. And if those are the only parts that are leather, I really don't think it's worth $50. I got these in a size 38 because I always size down in heels, which is why all of my heels were a 37, but these ones are a 38, which is a size 7, so my true shoe size. So let's try these ones on. So I definitely think these shoes look prettier in the picture than they do in real life. Although from the side, I guess they look kind of nice. So this is how the model wore them in the photo. Like she literally like crisscrossed it all the way up her calf. But I think even if I were to like keep it like that, it might be a little cuter. I don't actually know, but I'm not in love with it. They're also a bit big in the front and the back, so I guess I should have sized down, not even a half size, like a full size, because I got these in a size 38, which is my normal shoe size, but I would even get these in a 35. It still kind of blows my mind that these were $50 sandals. Like I don't see anything extra special about them besides like the cute mesh daisies, but even these are kind of irritating my skin a little bit because it's not like it's a soft fabric. It's literally like mesh material that like see-through shirts would be made out of. So having it be tight and wrapped around my leg isn't exactly super comfortable. I don't really know what else to say about these sandals, so I think I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, if you're getting these, size down. So it is time to bring a little bit of excitement back into this haul with these massive soled derby shoes. Now I got these because of obvious reasons. You can see that they're super extra and they really fall into that trend recently of like really thick platforms and like that grunge kind of shoe. By the way, this shoe looks huge. Like there is no way this is my shoe size, but it says it is because it's a 38, but these look massive. Like my feet are not this big, so they kind of fall in line with like the ugly dad sneakers that are really, really big and chunky. Like they're gonna make your feet look massive. So like this is my foot and like this is the shoe. Look how much extra space is in that. I don't know how this is my shoe size. I also just realized that I didn't need to pull that contortion stuff out because I'm going to be showing you guys the shoes on my feet anyways, but let's pretend you didn't see that. First of all, I just want to say my feet look massive in these shoes. So apparently shoes that have this thick of a sole are called lug shoes or lug soles. It comes with a lace-up closure on the front, and it's also part of the Air Fit thing, which is supposed to make it extra comfortable for you, but it also means you can't wear it if you're allergic to latex. Or I guess you can, you just have to make sure you wear socks with it. Like I was trying to show you guys earlier, but for some reason didn't think of this is the size of my foot in the shoe. This is the size of my foot. So as you can see, there's a lot of wiggle room, but it feels almost like it fits kind of a little bit. I definitely could have done with sizing down, but I'm also not wearing socks, as you guys can see, because I took my foot out. But I'm not wearing socks because these are the only shoes that actually required socks, and I was way too lazy to get a pair of shoes. But I can see how these can become your most comfortable shoe easily. The only thing is that I feel like if I were to walk around in these shoes for long enough, I would start to get really tired just because of how heavy they are. Like they're physically heavy, so I can imagine walking around in these would not be fun. And last but not least, I have these super thick and chunky sandals. Now, this is what comes to mind when I think sandals, not the super high heels that I showed you guys earlier. These have a chunky sole. Do I really need to explain why I think these look really extra? I got these in a size 38 as well, and they cost me $79.90 Canadian. I really don't know what else to say about these, so let's just try them on. These shoes are like walking on clouds. They're so comfortable. I could walk in these forever. They're a little big for me though, so I also recommend sizing down. Like, there's a good bit of space left at the end of my heel over here, but luckily the straps are adjustable both in the front and in the back. So I was able to, oh, that was such a bad job. So I was able to kind of adjust it to my actual foot, so they're very much so securely on there. Like, they're not going to come flying off at any point, but I could have done with a size smaller. I cannot express to you enough how comfortable these shoes are. There's so much support on these. It's incredible. They're also not as heavy as like the derby shoe, because I guess there's less material and whatever the sole is made of isn't like that thick, heavy plastic. It's more of like a light, cushiony foam, which is probably why it's so much lighter. So the platform on these shoes are 3 inches. So I'm definitely a crisp 5'8" in these, which I'm not mad about. And instead of that air fit thing that all the other shoes had, these ones have something called star fit, which seems like the same situation, only instead of latex, it's actually made with polyurethane foam. So if you're allergic to latex, you can still wear these shoes, no problem, no socks. Whew, okay, so I am literally sweating after trying on all of those shoes because the air conditioning in my house makes way too much noise. So every time I do one of these videos, I basically have to sit in a 30 to 32 degree room filming this stuff for you guys. So I am definitely glistening a good bit. So I had a really fun time trying on all those super extra shoes for you guys, especially because I've always wanted to know what they kind of feel like wearing. Would I ever wear them out in public? Probably not, but it was really fun to try on nonetheless. My absolute favorite by a landslide, the one that I would actually wear in public, were these. Now, I know they look a little odd, and even online when I saw them, I was like, these are not a type of shoe I would ever wear. But the longer I look at them, the more I actually kind of start to really like them. Like, I'm liking the thick, chunky sole. I'm liking like the dad sandal, hiking sandal kind of vibe. And I think what really sold me was how comfortable they were. When I tell you I feel like I was walking on clouds, I was not joking. These would be my new walking shoes. Like, they beat my running shoes. I'll admit $80 for a pair of sandals is a little steep, but honestly, for a really good pair of walking shoes, I could see it happening. As for my least favorite pair of shoes, you guys can probably guess it. It was the golden snakeskin shoes. Now, I don't have anything against them personally. I think it's more just the fact that I had such high expectations for these shoes because I saw them online and I was like, I want them. You know, like, they're so nice, they're so beautiful. I don't know where I would wear them, but I want to wear them everywhere. They really remind me of the Hunger Games for some reason, just because of like how glitzy and glam they are. Like, I could see people wearing them in like the Capitol, but just the quality alone was really disappointing. Like, the fact that they looked like they were kind of already worn in, and then on top of that, how uncomfortable they were, definitely not worth my money. So aside from that golden snakeskin shoe, all of the shoes were amazing quality. Like, they're definitely worth the amount of money you're paying for them for sure. They're not as cheap as the ones that you would probably find at places like Urban Planet, Sirens, Shoe Dazzle. I see those a lot. They're like $10 for your first pair of shoes or whatever. So they're definitely not that cheap, but they are not as expensive as other heels that you can find. I would definitely say to size down in a lot of their shoes, because in heels I always size down regardless. I usually wear a 7, but I'll order a 6 or a 6.5 depending on if it's an open toe or a closed toe shoe. But for regular flat shoes, I always get a 38 or a size 7. But in these, it looks like I could actually go full size down, so not even like a 37. Like, I would say go for a 36. I don't know why they make their flats so much longer or larger, I guess, but they really do. Alright, so that fully wraps up my shoe haul from Zara. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please give it a big thumbs up if you like this video and comment down below letting me know what you guys would want to see next. I release videos every single Wednesday, so I will see you guys then. Bye!